Hey guys, welcome back to the Young Gaming channel. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of news about the cluster reduction that is no more in the yellow and the blue zone. What does this mean? Well, back in the days, you actually had to go to the black zones to have someone with 8.3 or 8.2 or 7.2 or 6.2, whatever gear, higher gear you have, to enter the black zone and try to carry some of their guild and such through the random dungeons. That is no longer the issue. You can actually go into the I mean, you still can get to 25%, but again, you can just go into the yellow zone and blue zone and be able to wear a full set of any higher tier such as a 7.1, 7.2, or anything like that. And the reason that is because there's no more cluster reduction in the blue and yellow, and there might be some consequences for this. And I explained a little bit why the dev might have done this. But first, this guy was floating in here for some reason. It scared the bejesus out of me when I got into the run, because I'm like, the hell, there's that thing. It looked like some Reaper or something like that wanted to kill me and shit. But anyway, moving on is I feel like the dev went right ahead and did this because they're trying to make their game extremely easy. By easy, I mean is that they don't want the newbies going to the black zone yet or anything like that. I mean, there's a lot of people bitching and crying in the forum and such, and because of this, obviously the dev had to comply. I mean, if they don't comply, their game just gonna get fucked, just like how it was before it went free to play. Their game was literally fucked. Like, if they kept that duration, I am positive that it would have went out of business. So again, they have to please the population. They had to nerf the potions all the way down to be able, nerf the silence to be able to use poison and such. And then now we have this, and they be actually doing this slowly by slowly, just making everything much easier for the newcomers of this game. Now, I actually messed up on this battle. I actually supposed to use my demon cape, but I switched real quickly, and that was a bummer for me. But I went back at it at the boss. The next one, I had a little trouble, which I forgot to record it, and that's why I got pissed, because I was fighting the guillotine as the group dungeon. This is not a solo dungeon. This is a group one. So because of the cluster reduction, there's no more cluster reduction because of dev making it so easy for everybody to play in the blue zone and the yellow zone. You can just go right ahead and either duo, or if you have this type of spec, yeah, you can actually go in a group and not in the solo. Now, I actually haven't not tried the solo dungeon or anything like that. I just wanted to get like some cash for my premium, and then move on with you know, just log it in for my farming and stuff, which I supposed to be able to get like 9 mil a month and so on just by farming. I only had like 2 mil and stuff like that, and I donated a lot of mil into the guild and gave a lot of stuff out. So I didn't have enough for the premium. So now that I have it, it should be easy to just wait for a month. So what is the consequences of this actually happen for the blue zone and the yellow zone? Well, in the blue zone, if anybody go faction flag or anything like that in the blue zone, so you met another faction flagger and he's actually 400 or 400 spec and anything like that, you're gonna get your ass kicked. You're gonna get your ass literally handed. So in the yellow zone, the same thing's going to happen with the faction flag or anything like that. But at the same time, if now we can actually start the best grieving in the world. Back then, we can grieve player and literally like murder them. But we will have a cluster reduction, meaning that they have a chance to fight back. So if you're like a 7.2, I showed that in one of my videos. If you had a 7.2 and you heal for 30 on your Q, and now you go in the blue zone, you only heal for like 20 or 21, the T4 or T4.1 will have the same amount of heal. So it's basically nerfing a player so that that player, the 400 or 400 spec with maybe 8.3 or 8.2 or 8.1 or maybe 7.2, doesn't matter which type of gear. If it's 400, 400, I think it's 3 to 4 gears higher. They don't come down and mess up with the newbies in the yellow zone and the blue zone. But now that this happened, now that there's no cluster reduction, I can literally try to get like a big Zerg or a couple friends of mine, all 400 or 400, go to the yellow zone and literally start wrecking newbies from left to right. I have about 50,000 glory point onto it, and it's not hard to farm these rep point with random dungeon because it's so much easy. So basically what I did in the end, I farmed a lot. This is a time skip basically. This is where I found a couple, like a bunch of group dungeon, and then I went right ahead and bought my premium, and that's it. Now here's the thing is, I do warn all the players out there who are in the yellow zone and who are in the blue zone. If you're doing faction flag, now is the time to be very careful. You're about to fight players, all players that are 400, 400, you will get the chance to fight. Sorry, hiccup. You will get the chance to fight players who are maybe your level or maybe just a bit higher, stuff like that. But now all players are going to be out there wrecking players in yellow zone and blue zone and such. And at the same time, the yellow and blue, I'm pretty sure, is now going to be infected with even more player either doing solo dungeon or doing group dungeons, because now you can go up there with a 7.2, 7.1 and able to clear yellow zone like nothing, the random dungeons for groups, because now you're able to go there with highest spec. And what I did is basically I went there with high spec in the blue and in the yellow zone, and I did some solo group dungeons and got myself to 6.8 mil. Boom, bought my premium, and now I'm gone. So anybody out there, be very careful with the cluster reduction. It seems that they're definitely making everything easier for beginner players, for the free to plays and stuff like that, which I guess is good news for them. But again, I think this just completely is topped it up for me for the number 10 reason why I probably would have quit the game or something like that. Holy shit, this is just crazy. But anybody, good luck to everybody who's doing out there yellow zone and blue zone or any faction flag and such, and congratulations to all the newbies who are able to now use their 7.2 with no cluster reduction. Have a good day. Hey guys, welcome back to my outro video. Obviously I'm finishing up with some of the little small edited, very short video, very nice. Everybody who is out there, after today I'm going to actually farm a little bit more silver, and I'm going to hunt me some I should have not said that. Anyway, if you like my channel, subscribe, shared, and like the video or anything like that, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. I feel so sorry for the newbies. Oh my god, what am I going to do to now?